I have a little bit of a haul to do with you guys. There is some stuff that I want to get done, just like practically life-wise today. Okay, I'm so out of breath because that was incredibly heavy. It is now, what time is it? After 4 p.m. and I'm just getting myself ready for the day. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, welcome. Today is just going to be a very, I want to say relaxed, but I do have a lot of things going today. It's just going to be a very real day in my life as a homemaker, as a mom. We have a lot on the calendar today. I actually have my big two kids gone for the morning and they're coming back in the afternoon. So it's going to give me a little bit of time to do some running around, check some things off my to-do list, just having my baby here. Tonight we are going to be hosting a couple of families for a little bit of a pool party and just hang out now that our pool is open, and we really want to make the most of that before the summer is over. So we're going to be hosting tonight. I've got some food prep to do. I need to run to the thrift store this morning. I need to do some cleaning around the house, and I also want to show you guys some of the prep that I've been doing for homeschool as well, because as much as it is summer, we have school coming very soon, right around the corner. In the last couple of weeks, I've just been trying to wrap my head around that and to think about what I need to have in place to be ready to go in September. So that's what's on the agenda today. I'm having myself a little cup of coffee because I always feel like whenever there is a morning that I'm getting people out of the house, it's always just like very intense. It feels very rushed and kind of chaotic, and I'm sure you guys can relate to that. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of a breath and then I'm gonna show you guys what I have so far for homeschool. Okay, I have a little bit of a haul to do with you guys from IKEA yesterday. At this point, I very much do not have my head wrapped around homeschool and what it's gonna look like this fall. I think I mentioned it, but in the last couple of weeks, honestly within the last week, I've been trying to think about it a little bit more pointedly. I'm hoping to at some point get some time where Jared just takes all the kids and I go to a coffee shop and I just map out what I want things to look like in terms of daily schedules, our routines, the things that I really want to hit on this year, doing a little bit more digging in terms of the curriculum and all of that. I think like some of my biggest takeaways from homeschool in past years, and while this is still really only my first official year of kindergarten, I do in some ways feel like this is year 3 of homeschooling for us, just because I did start with a very loose like homeschooling rhythm when she was 2.5. I did another year of homeschooling last year for preschool throughout all of age 3, and now that she's 4, this is like, okay, now we're finally doing it. But I feel like I've learned a lot just starting early and having that trial and error. And there are some things that I have loved about curriculums that I've used in the past, but also some things that I'm like, I wish that there's this element of it that I could change and this element that I could change. I'm thinking about it recently. I kind of realized that like a lot of what my favorite parts of homeschool are the days that we just go rogue from the curriculums, and we're still in the same vein of things of like Christian education, Charlotte Mason inspired, but I'm able to bring in the stuff that my kids are really interested about and showing their interest in, or the stuff that I'm really interested about teaching them and they're getting excited about too. And so I had the wild idea the other day of like, why don't I just come up with my own homeschool curriculum? I think that everything is very much like, this is the theme and then everything is within that theme. Whereas I want the freedom a little bit to be like, this week we're doing planets and here's what language arts and math looks like around planets, and just like different things like that. So all that I'm saying at this point is that I don't know where I'm going yet, but this is something that I'm thinking through. Right now I have 32 weeks mapped out of studies and different topics of things I want to go over with the kids. Am I going to follow through on like writing all of it out and creating it? I still don't know. Let me take some time to think about what it's all going to look like and how hard it's going to be. I'm kind of loosely thinking right now that it will be like a week long for each study. I'll have language arts, I'll have math, I'll have books that will go with each of the units. I might even just take it like week by week this year with the different topics and see how it feels. I have thoughts, but I do need to just like sit with them a little bit longer. Anyway, all that being said, let's look at some of the supplies that we have. First thing that I got were these cute little smocks for the kids. I have one for my 2-year-old and one for my 4-year-old. This is like really nice construction paper too. It's got so many different colors in it. We've got some like pastel colors. There's some white in here. There's some more vibrant colors. So excited because we go through so much construction paper in this household. I also did get the Mala. I don't even know how you would describe this, but it's like this little art tray that I will have in the playroom where I can put like a piece of paper that comes through this, and then you can put art supplies in the top. And my thought is to have this on the little like white table in the playroom, just because I am trying to make that more of a space that the kids can go and just like draw, color when they want to without having to come ask me first. And then I got the little paper roll that goes with it. I also got this little watercolor set that in the bottom of it has like paintbrushes and different things like that. Always go through those like crazy. So love to have more watercolor set. I also got this mega pack of their markers. This was a really good price too. I want to say it was like $7.99, $5.99, something like that for all of these different colors. I got another pair of little kid-friendly scissors because having one pair is not going over well. Both of my kids always seem to want them at the same time. We've got some more paintbrushes, and I liked that they had some thicker sizes in here because we're just using really small ones right now whenever we do projects. We got some neon paints. These are kind of like paint sticks, and my kids really wanted them when they saw them because you can like use it and squeeze it right from the bottle as opposed to just always using the paintbrush, which you could use too, but they are really excited about that. And then the last thing I got for if we are doing lessons and we are out at the park or something like that, and it's not so easy to just like put your papers down on your lap. So this is kind of like a traveling case, and I thought about getting 2 of these. I honestly probably should have, just because, I don't know, we'll have to see if our kids fight over just the one. This is like the age-old problem, but it's really nice because it has the hard wooden top. You can open it up and you can store all of your stuff inside. Okay, so when you unzip it, it doesn't come with anything in it. You load that all yourself, but you could add in all of your papers, maybe like a lesson plan, coloring sheets, and then across the top here, it's kind of like just a big pencil case where you can store all of your other gear. This part up here works almost like a clipboard, so you can slide your papers in underneath and not have them be like blowing away while you are working on something outside. So this was a great find. And the rest of the stuff that I got was just like random home things. But that is everything that I have from IKEA so far. And that is honestly pretty well everything that I have for homeschool so far. I'm going to probably get a little bit more in terms of just like KiwiCo crates, a few more craft supplies. But honestly, you don't need a whole lot to get started when it comes to homeschool, especially in the early years. Like so much of it is really just having so many good quality books in your house, and that will be kind of like my next focus. The only other thing that I do have ready to go for school this year is backpacks. And you might be thinking, aren't you homeschooling your kids? Like, why do you need backpacks for that? Yes, I am home educating, but that doesn't always mean that my kids are learning at home. I really love the flexibility of being able to be like, let's go to the park today for our lesson. Let's do this in a forest. Let's do it at the library. And so my kids do have backpacks, but they're not great. I didn't really invest in something that would work well for them as they grew in long term. And that is when I found Parker Kids Co. If you have kids that are in school or are starting school this year, these are the most incredible backpacks. Parker Kids Co. was actually originally part of Parker Baby Co., but now they are blazing their own trail as Parker Kids, and they are really committed to nurturing and growing strong families. And so whether your kids are going to school or you just want to have a really great bag for something like heading to the park or going to a sleepover at a family member's house, these bags are amazing. They are both kid loved and parent approved. So they have 5 different colors, and on their website, this is the best part, they've got over 50 different patches that your kids can customize the bags with. We had both of our kids go onto the website and pick out the color that they wanted, as well as the little patches that they wanted to use to customize the front. The bags are designed with durable and water resistant neoprene, so they are so comfortable, so soft. I've honestly never seen a backpack like this before. The front panel is kind of like a fabric material, so your kids can pull off the patches and stick them back down really easily. They are play proof, so they can peel them off, stick them back down, and they're not really going to bend or get ruined. They're really durable, so your kids can kind of have a fun time playing with it and designing the front of their backpack the way they want to. They've got comfortable adjustable straps, and then another thing that I love is these really durable and innovative water bottle pockets. I feel like on most kids' backpacks, they'll have the water bottle section, but then there's not a whole lot of give to it. But you can kind of see here the strap like allows it to expand so that if your kid has a bigger water bottle, it's actually going to fit in there really well, and they can have the water bottle going in and out without actually causing a lot of wear and tear to the bag. And then the interior is this really cute striped pattern. They do also have lunch boxes, and we've got those too, matching for each of the bags, which is super nice. But on the inside, you've got the little return to section. You have this really large front pocket, and then in the back, there's another extra large pocket as well as a smaller zipper pocket on the front. You can fit like a full-size folder in this. You could put a binder in this if you needed to. I can get these larger books in for school and still have plenty of room in the bag. So we are really excited about these this year, and our kids are the most excited about it. Ever since they knew they were coming in the mail, just waiting at the door because they were really excited to have been able to customize the patches. They love that they got to choose the colors and to have a backpack that they can actually have ownership of, put their own things in, and I know it's going to hold up well over the course of this year and beyond. It's just a huge win for everyone. Parker Kids Co backpacks are practical for you as a parent and fun for your kids as well. So if you want to check them out, I will put a link here on the screen as well as down in the description box. They have also given me a discount code as well. So if you want to save as you prepare for back to school this year, all you have to do is use the code BETH10 at checkout, and that works on the whole website. So you could use it on the backpacks, the lunch boxes, the patches. Again, that code is BETH10. So I hope that you guys love them and your kids enjoy customizing their little backpacks for school too. And thank you so much to Parker Kids for working with me on today's video. I am on my way right now to go and run some errands this morning. There is some stuff that I want to get done, just like practically life-wise today, but also in preparation for hosting tonight. So first thing is that I need to drop off a big bag of stuff at the thrift store that I have been holding onto for too long. I've actually had 3 declutter bags fill up since the last time that I went to the thrift store. So I'm going to drop all of that off and I'm going to take it to a brand new thrift store that we got in town. Apparently it's great. And so I'm really excited to check it out today. I am such a sucker for a good like book section at a thrift store. The kids' books are where I could just spend so much time, especially as someone that's looking to build more of a library around certain subjects for homeschooling. So I'm gonna go and check that out. I had a friend go last week and text me and be like, it's really good, like you're gonna love it. So I'm really excited to scour that. And then there are some other things that I need to just pick up in preparation to host tonight. I had my husband put our propane tank into the car before he left this morning because I need to fill that up so that we can barbecue for the Greek bowls tonight. I need to get some ice cream because I'm planning on doing like a little fresh raspberry crumble with raspberries from the garden. So we have a lot to do this morning. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm so out of breath because that was incredibly heavy. I was not expecting how hard it was going to be for me to lift it on top of the mantle, but I did it. Now I'm just trying to decide like how I feel about it. I'm definitely going to live with it for a little bit of time to see like how it feels in the space. I have been wanting to replace this picture for the longest time, so I'm really glad that I found something. It's not that this picture was bad, it was just like kind of dreary and a little bit too gray for our living room. I felt like it was just not warm enough, and I really wanted something that would add some like light, obviously reflecting with the window in front of it, but would also warm up the space. And I think the gold does that, but it is really big. And I feel like I just don't know if it's too big. I'm gonna back up so you guys can see it a little better. They say it's so hard to find. So here is everything else that I picked up from the thrift store. Like I mentioned, there's different units that I want to do in homeschool this year. So I got Little Red Riding Hood and Cinderella. I want to do a fairy tale unit with the kids. I just feel like that would be so much fun. I also got a couple of just general space books. I love an Oozeborn book. So whenever I see one at the thrift store, I generally grab them. They're just like so full of really great information and really interesting to look at as well. So our kids love those. And then I also grabbed this What Makes a Magnet book. This Let's Read and Find Out Science. I think that's the name of the line. These ones are amazing for homeschool. Treehouse Schoolhouse curriculum uses a lot of these types of books, so I grabbed that for the kids just throughout the year to be reading. I also did get a couple of like fall, winter, more so fall specific books because I do want to do like a fall equinox week. So we got this Pumpkins book. I've seen a lot of people talk about this one, but we don't have it on our shelf and it looked really cute. So I got that one. And then this book all about hibernation observation station, literally so cute. And the visuals in it were really beautiful as well. So I know my kids will be excited about that. These books I just got because my daughter, now that she's trying to read a little bit more, really likes these smaller, shorter ones that she can hold in her hands really well. It just feels a little bit less overwhelming, I think. So these are obviously beyond her current reading level, but when she is reading a little bit more this year, they're nice and short. They're easy, digestible. I liked that I got this set that had all of them in there, and it was kind of advertised as a first grade kind of book set. So I got that. Also grabbed this hardcover Nancy Tillman book. These little inscriptions always make me kind of sad, especially when it's like a family member that's gifted it. But I love her books. They're so beautiful. The illustrations are amazing. And we really like these particularly for bedtime books. So I just got that one for fun. And then the last one Rosie's playing with down here. This one will probably be a little bit too old for them this year. I'm going to pick and choose what I end up using for homeschool this year, because I do also want to do a unit on Egypt. Don't ask me why. I just think it will be really fun. It is like a little bit more advanced though, especially in some of the imagery. So I'm probably going to store this in a different spot just so they're not like looking through it and getting freaked out. But this is like an amazing resource just in general when it comes to the study of Egypt, because we've got like the pyramids in here. It talks about Sphinx. Like it really goes into detail on all of these things. Like I said, it is like probably a little bit too much for them at this age, but I think we'll grow into it. And oh, we have a little treasure in here. Oh, that's so cool. It's actually someone that was practicing doing the little hieroglyphics down here. So things like that as they get older, I just thought this would be a good thing to have on our bookshelf. Last thing was just this wooden Melissa and Doug airplane for my son. He absolutely loves the school bus and the fire truck. So I thought that it was perfect because we can use the same characters that we already have from the other ones just in here, and he'll be able to fly that around. So he's going to be really excited about that when he gets home. The next day, and I just got out of the shower. Actually, all of us just got out of the shower. I took the kids swimming this afternoon, and when we got back inside, I was like, let's all just get clean and get our clothes on and get comfy for the rest of the day. So it is now, what time is it? After 4 p.m. We literally just spent the whole day in pajamas, just relaxing and trying to take a breather, which is something that I honestly am a big advocate for when life gets busy and feels full. And yesterday was great, but it was a lot of social energy, like especially for the kids having been out of the house with people, then coming back and us having people over. When your kids are acting really tired and saying that they're tired, believe them. So today was a PJ day, and I kind of declared that the moment that we woke up, and we have just been hanging out around the house. We've done lots of art projects today. We've spent lots of time in the backyard, lots of time cuddling up and reading our new books from the thrift store, and those are my my favorite kinds of days. The days that I don't really need to worry about anything else other than just being mom and having fun with them and being like really present. Those are just my favorite days ever. This one has been partying all night long, all week. I don't know if it's teething. It's likely teething. I think you kind of just are in for that if your kids don't get any teeth by the time they're 14 months. She has 2 now, but literally she got those first 2 at 14 months. And the same thing happened with our second, where it was literally no teeth for the longest time. And then all of a sudden it's like we're getting a full mouth all at once. So I can't necessarily see like any of the other teeth like being cut yet, but I know that there is stuff that's happening behind the scenes because I can just tell. Yeah, you're thirsty. Yeah, I've been having lots of 5 a.m. starts for the past week or 2, and also lots of like every 2 hours being up in the night. I ended up sleeping in the bed in our guest room / her room with her last night just because she was too upset to go back to sleep. But honestly, I feel for them. Like, I can't even imagine if you were an adult trying to consciously like cut teeth. Honestly, like there would be no greater pain. I'm so glad that it happens when we can't remember it, but I also feel so bad that these tiny little humans are having to go through such a painful experience and not be able to verbalize it. Now that I'm soaked, I honestly don't even know why I'm bothering to like fully get ready right now. It's literally going to be like dinner in a little bit, and then we're just gonna put the kids to bed, and then Jared and I will just hang out. But I don't know, sometimes you just want to feel a little put together when you've just been like full momming all day. Tomorrow honestly kind of feels like it's our last like hurrah day of the summer, and that might be a little bit dramatic to say given that it's only like mid-August at the time of me filming this, but it does kind of feel like everything around me is like pointing to fall. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's like everything that I see online, everything that anyone is talking about. And when you have kids, you have to think that way, because if you don't, there's so many little things that moms I feel like are responsible for, and dads, but we all know that moms are carrying a lot of that just like mental weight of like thinking through everything that needs to be lined up for the fall. And so if you don't like switch over mentally, by the time fall rolls around, it's like you're not actually ready for it. You're not prepared. And so I'm trying to like be present simultaneously while also trying to switch my brain into gear for all of these things, but that is a very hard thing to do. So tomorrow we are going to the beach with friends, and that is kind of the last like big summer type activity we really have on the calendar, other than some stuff that will just happen at our house. Other than that, I feel like we really are looking into September, which is insane. I can't believe that we are already here. But as I wrap this vlog up, speaking of September, speaking of school, if backpacks, lunch boxes, any of that is still on your list of things to do and get done, I wanted to remind you about Parker Kids. So I will put a link in the description box, and again up here on the screen for you guys to access that on their website. At that link you will be able to see all of the different colors that they have, all of the different 50 patches that your kids can choose from to customize their bags, so be sure to check that out. They have also given me a code for you guys, so if you use the code Beth at checkout, you can also save on your purchase. So thank you so much to Parker Kids for working with me on today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next video, I love you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye!